Welcome back to a new video. So we are going to be trying to make some trades to see if we can get a little bit better, because right now we are certainly not on a good trajectory right now. So Kyle Manzardo had a ton of potential. He's still hitting over 20 home runs. We're going to see what is offered. Potentially a pitcher would be good. Not really anything that's that good. Yeah, so unfortunately nothing really that's interesting for him. And then, you know, Javier could be someone that, like, we just don't have a lot of weapons. Like Enter Diaz is arbitration, so we probably won't re-sign him, to be honest with, even though he's, you know, pretty low. We just don't have a lot of pieces or a lot of things that we could trade, or yeah, so like we could get another older pitcher, but it's just not a lot. We can offer him a minor league contract. He's still pretty young. Yeah, there's just not. This might be a down year, and we weren't having good years to start out with. Alright, so we'll go to manage roster, and we'll just, we have our pitching and everything set, so we'll just bring up everyone from there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try to take more control over who we throw up on our roster. But I don't know, it might not be a good year. We have the pieces that we need or needed, but they just didn't perform, and losing people left and right. All right. Just not looking good, but you know, who knows? Maybe this will be the year we magically figure it out, even though it doesn't seem like we should. And basically, I didn't mention this in other videos, but basically I'm just going to continue this series until I would say at a minimum make the playoffs. But if I'm still motivated, then to make a World Series / win a World Series. I mean, if we're trying to make it to win it, but we'll see though. Looks like Colson is popping off in the spring. Which is good to see. So like probably our worst spring training that we've had is a win-loss, which is interesting. I don't know how much that correlates to mattering for the actual season. But there, make sure that's not important. Nah, not important. All right, so what we need to do is manage our roster and go let them set up everything. Actually, no, because I do not want to deal with people on the waiver wire. So we're gonna get all the people that we want to drop down and just put them in AAA, and then let the AI handle them as far as where they should be in the minors. That guy's interesting. We're actually gonna leave this guy up, see if there's someone else that we don't need. This guy stinks, so to AAA with them all. And we're just gonna release him. Oh, he has a lot of money. Ooh. Oh yeah, he's a reliever, so he's fine up there. We're not bugging with that guy. And then drop. Go ahead and just release him. see, we even designate him for assignment. Just gonna release him. And we're at 39 right now. So we're gonna have more people that we need to drop down. Alright, so we don't need this catcher. Drop him down because we got Bender. This guy's 22. This guy's 26. He batted 220 last year. So we're actually going to trade. We're going to shop him around to see what we can get for him. And we'll just keep that other guy up to see what it looks like. We're going to slide this over. There we go. Line that up a little bit better. We're getting nothing really interesting for this guy. We'll go to multiplayer. So I mean, we get an interesting lateral move with that, and then some other random pieces. This honestly could be, I mean, he's 34, so he's not, like, both these guys aren't very good. I kind of feel like this trade's okay, so we'll just go ahead and trade that guy. And continue looking at our opening day roster. See who else we need to drop down. Drop him down. Springer we have up here. So we need 5 more people to drop down. And we'll just go this route because we definitely have some people that we need to. Oh, he's a right fielder. He's a two-way player. Oh, he is. That's interesting. So we're gonna keep Dylan up. Brock, you can just go home. Gallagher's fine. We're gonna let them figure this out. He's pretty old, so we're gonna try to trade him, to be honest. See if somebody wants him. He's gonna drop off. We need to replace him potentially. So Justin Miltalello seems like a decent person. Jesus Rodriguez, a 2.5-star catcher. Jimmy Crooks, pretty good catcher. So there is some interest. Mac Estrada, where we can get a younger pitcher. We can get an old Freddie Freeman. My foot is itching. We can get Pablo back for way too much money. So we can get some older players. So we can get a potential catcher that could be nice for us to have. There's a lot of interest in him though, which is pretty cool. So he's only played for 2 years, but he's obviously way too expensive. Good player though. All right, so we have this in mind. So we're gonna look here and see, you know, catcher wise. So we have Yainer Diaz for this year. So we don't have anyone that's necessarily better than him. And then we have Derek Bender. That's our backup catcher. And if we're looking at, say, like our first baseman, he cooked last year, so he's definitely kind of locked down that role. Potentially we can look for a center fielder. I don't think there's anyone that really stood out to me as far as that. But starting pitching, we kind of need to get younger in that regard. So Justin here looks like a decent starting pitcher, even though he just hasn't played in the majors yet. He's just played in the minors. But we can look to see if there's anyone else that stands out in that regard. So Mac Estrada, decent year last year. And they have some other interesting players as well that we could look to potentially throw in on a deal like that. This guy for the Royals, 14 and 8. So Junior Marte could be an interesting player. We'll scroll down again. Contemplative. So we'll look. And I kind of like the Royals if we can find them. So I like the idea of this guy. He had a good year last year, has that major league experience. We could potentially look to get one of the other players that they have up there on their man roster. As our second baseman situation is okay, but we could potentially look for someone like this outfielder. That would be a really good player for us to get, but potentially even him. We'll throw him on there and see. So we don't have anyone, which makes sense. And then Everson Pereira had a decent year. He had 37 home runs. We'll throw him on there. All right, so they definitely are interested in that player. They want either a prospect or Ashby, which he was decent last year, but I kind of like this trade for us. So we're going to stay with the Royals because I kind of like some of their players. So see if there's anyone that they really don't want to trade that guy. Understandable. And so Kevin Alcantara, we can see if there's anyone that they're interested in getting get that prospect right back. So no one in particular. So that was good. So we got rid of the older relief pitcher. So we're gonna look here, and then he's older too. He's only a 2-star, so we're gonna shop him as well and see if there's anyone that is of interest. So honestly, not too bad of a pitcher. So we're gonna actually just make this trade, or at least look at it and see if there's another starting pitcher that we can throw in. Nestor, no, too old. Yeah, these guys are they're too good. But honestly, I'm fine with that. So Jordan Hicks, we're gonna shop this player, see if we get anything for him. Throw a multiplayer on there. Nope, nobody wants him. All right, now we can look at the waiver wire and see if there's anyone that is interesting. First, we need to look to see what we even need. So we're gonna go here for our staff. So definitely looking for someone that can be a starting pitcher. That is for sure. And then lineups, pretty decent on our regular lineups for the most part. But let's see the trading block. Look at all batters. So he's just too old. Like, we just need to be younger. Our older players just get hurt all the time. So we're gonna go here to waiver wire if I can find it. All right, so it's a decent. We're gonna look for younger players. Warming Venerable. We're gonna go ahead and claim him. Can he play other positions? He can play third base a little bit, but that's all right. Same kind of thing. Jacob Berry can play the outfield a little bit. Decent bat. So we're gonna see what we can just gather from the waiver wire. Not that we necessarily want to be doing that. But Jake Fox, decent second baseman. He's only 2 stars, so not really that interested in him. Same with Jansel Luis. This guy we definitely Nelson Rada seems like a good player. 23-year-olds, 2.5 star. Has not played, or he played a little bit in the majors. Actually, a whole year, and then the whole year last year was in the minors. That's kind of interesting. And we'll scroll down. So no one that's really that radically crazy interesting for us. And then, you know, $3 million, not really the best. So he's only there for a year. Could potentially be a starting pitcher for us, but not really that great of a pitcher. Will Dion, we can try to claim him. He's got some stamina. I'm gonna try to claim like some of these guys. They have some stamina, then they could have some potential to be useful for us. If they don't, we don't really need any more bullpen arms. We have enough guys that can be in the bullpen. And we just don't need old guys that can be starting pitchers. Yeah, so, alright, let's review the active roster. We have to drop someone off of it, which honestly is going to be Jordan Hicks. He probably won't want to go. We'll waive and designate him for assignments. And we're all right there. Yeah. All right. This might be our worst lineup that we put together yet. We have the money to like pay these people. We just don't have the people coming up that are ready to go. Our prospects. We probably have some of the worst minor league systems ever. Let's actually look at that and see how bad our player development is. Yeah. Oh, we have the 3rd best minor league system. That doesn't make any sense, but hey, we know we're not going to question that. All right, so is on. Maybe I wanted him there. All right, now we're chilling. Now we are chilling. So he's 26, 2 stars. He can just be a good bench player for us. I don't know why that's a problem. Why can't we leave him on the roster? Why can't these people just stay with us? Oh my goodness. All right, we're getting trolled. Can we play? All right, so we got some players there that we can look at. Look at our transactions. All right, so Will Dion. So we can look here. Joey Cantillo. Throw him to AAA. Throw Will on the roster. Cannon. We can just go ahead and waive and designate for assignment. Bring this guy up. And then who else can we throw down? We can bring him down and bring Julian up. And then everyone else, they can just, or this guy, we definitely need him on our roster. So Gentry can go down, waive and designate for assignments. Everson, and make sure there's no one else that's a stud that we really need to have on our roster. Jacob Berry, potentially. Is there someone that's... do we have... Yeah, we just have one catcher, so we kind of need him there. And then Jacob Springer. I kind of feel like it'd be better to put him in AAA and then keep Jake Berry up. just because he is younger. And so what do we need? We have first, second, short, third. We need a right fielder, which is going to be Everson. We go here, overview, and Everson. There we go. So we have lost every game that we've played this year. It's just one. We'll go ahead and let the staff fix our starting roster. 22-year-old, 1 year in the minors. He's up in the majors with only 35 stamina. You know what? We're fine. It's no problem. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This will probably be our worst year of all time. But you know what? It is what it is. So that's gonna be it for this one. Next video, we'll be working through our season more than just 2 games that we've played. So we are currently 0-2. So currently on pace to lose every single game this year. Good point from which to stop. But that's it for this one. Talk to you all in the next one. Peace.